Good evening, class. Today I'll be talking about my cultural presentation about Islam, which is taking place in Turkey. And today I'm going to be going over and giving you info of what does need to be given. The 5 values of Islam. The first one I would have to read is that the Islam religion, the main causes of the suffering is the people who choose to oppose or show disobedience, which will make the people in Islam believe that you are choosing to isolate yourself from Allah, which is their God. Not obeying the rules of Islam is taken as you are living in the immoral life of sin, which leads to families in that religion being emotional distress and may feel like their family members are isolating from them surely but slowly. Although I would consider it to always be accepting no matter what, because a lot of the times families could definitely fight on religious beliefs, and whenever nobody is seeing eye to eye, it definitely breaks apart families, which is unfortunate. Okay, second, Islam's situation is suffering to seek forgiveness and following Allah's guidance as it reviews in the Quran. This is involved in a deep sense of faith of Iman. It will proceed of the acts of worshipping the Ibad and strive for the life of prosperity. 3. The supporters of Islam must anticipate to treat people in the need of compassion, generosity, and show support by anticipating in good charities, also known as the zakat. Excuse me if I pronounced that wrong. Islam also encourages their people in Turkey to not treat people with disrespect or show any judgment if they have non-followers in the Islam religion. They should always welcome outsiders by promoting peace and kindness. Time and place and experiences of the founders' lives, which will include challenges that deals with Mecca and Medina. Islam shapes will emphasize on the realization in the community and social justice. The original story of Islam. The original story of Islam includes Islamic values, and the story shows how people will make up the stories to share what the people in the Turkey that are in the Islam believes. They feel as it is required to act, helping them figure it out, life and how to behave properly, which basically proves why we make up stuff by showing that we are just trying to make sense of things and find our way through stories, and then the religious beliefs of Islam, which I'm sure people in Islam find their ways to convince people to believe. And I'm sure a lot of you guys may have different beliefs on this religion views, but we should always show no judgment and always treat people with respect regardless of wherever their backgrounds come from, like I said earlier. Work of Islam's arts. Those values are shown in Islamic arts through images of people helping out others, finding peace with God, and treating everyone with kindness, regardless on what religion they believe, or regardless if they are atheist people. The Islam values in this religion art piece shows how people express their beliefs in Islam religion ideas through this artwork that is helping to gain clarity, which is gaining knowledge to understand their faith and how to live by it, which basically shows that humans create to express on what they want to believe and what they want to learn to live for. Yearn to live for, excuse me. 2 aspects where Islam is practiced. Though I did pick the country Turkey, but in the Turkish culture, it's influenced by Islam. People often show kindness to those facing the hardships and the hard times. In the religious teachings during the sorrows, they treat individuals who deserve beliefs with respect and tolerance, shaping everyday interactions with social norms. And the map shown on the side, that is mainly around the continental area of the Middle East and the Northern African area. Creative acts of Islam. The purpose of the creative acts of the humanities of Islam shows as it is architect to express devotion to Allah, which is their God, like I'm saying again, also known as the God from Islam, names of beliefs. The beautifully religious space and inspires spiritual flexions among believers. These are the artistic terms who serve as a means of connecting with the Islam acts, coming to a deeper understanding of Islamic principles, and creating spaces that are not good for to worship and observe while taking good note of the creativity of Islam. Now, Islam's views on the Western focus, unfortunately, that is not a good one to explain right here. The people in Islamic cultures may see the Western focus as its pretentious acts of being over financially successful, as Islam's points can see themselves self-centered, watching an over-seeking personal gain over spiritual values, and community that sees themselves as wealthy and well off with money. In other words, they do not agree too much with the Western views, as it shows through arrogance. Sadly, in that department, that is probably one of their biggest rivals. And going back to what I am presenting today, my own opinions about it is that I believe that everybody should treat each other with kindness and respect, no matter whatever person's backgrounds come from, regardless if people have different points of views. And I actually see that as like the biggest problem of the world as it's going on today. There was even a war that had just broke down yesterday as Israel had gotten attacked. And I know this is too much personal stuff, as there's a lot of bad stuff going around in this world. I do believe that religion sadly has to separate everybody in this world, which we all should be in this together, in this one planet. But unfortunately, that is not the case, and everybody has different points of views, and that's what's wrong with the world today. And as I complete my presentation, thank you, and I hope everybody has a good night.